at risk for depression in adulthood.
If you are struggling to make it through your workout, you might want to say a few curse words. Yeah, listen to this. Cursing apparently improves your athletic performance and endurance. This is according to researchers at Keele University in England. They say swearing works to support your stress response. Studies show people on bikes who swore while pedaling against resistance had more power and strength than people who used neutral words. So I guess if you are someone who uses bad language,
right,
you can defend it with science.
Okay, well, just not on TV.
No,
Don't
never.
do that.
I've never said a curse ever.
I know you haven't. That's what I like about you so much.
Thanks.
I've definitely done that while working out, and it doesn't help me at all. It just makes me feel worse. Yeah.
Drats.
See? A Florida senator is sponsoring a federal bill that would change who would be allowed to get an abortion in our country.
So coming up, we have a look at how fetuses diagnosed with a disability are disproportionately aborted and what Senator Rick Scott hopes to do about this. Stay with us. 7:26 is the time, and you are watching Fox 4 Morning News.
Live from the station that's in your corner, you're watching Fox 4 Morning News.
Good morning, everyone. 7:29 is the time right now. Happy Halloween. This is really a beautiful look from Fort Myers Beach. Nothing spooky about this, but if you're wanting to know about the Halloween forecast while you're trick-or-treating, that's a little scary because it is going to be super humid.
Lisa, when you said nothing spooky about this, but it was such a long pause, I thought you were waiting for them to pop us up on screen.
Nothing spooky about that view of Fort Myers Beach, but look at Trent and Lauren.
This duo.
Look how scary this is.
Scary.
We're a little silly this morning, in case you can't tell.
I don't know if it's the sugar, lack of sleep from watching the World Series last night, or
Excitement from Halloween for me.
I think so, or just the four of us being back together. It's been a while.
I know, it has been a while.
Or that too.
The gang is back.
And they're going to break us up tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Taking the day off.
Don't get shown up. Bye, Chris. All right, let's get you a check of this trick-or-treating forecast. Roads looking okay so far?
No.
No. All right.
They're not. Sorry, guys.
Let me start and deliver some bad news, and you can take it home. We've got a hot forecast on the way. We'll be up near record-breaking temperatures, 91 today. I know a lot of you parents out there trying to plan your trick-or-treat forecast. We'll see the heat continue through 7 o'clock, and even once the sun sets, it's going to take a while for those temperatures to get down near 80 degrees, as it's going to be a warm one. Here's what it looks like on the radar. The good news is, even though it will be hot, it will be dry for Halloween. Just a 10% chance of a fast-moving shower, as an easterly breeze will flip more out of the southwest later on today. And right now, as you step outside, it's 71 in Lehigh Acres. We actually have some 70s on the map towards LaBelle and Immokalee, 75 in Naples, and we'll turn that in to near record temperatures. We're forecasting 91. If we hit that mark, that will tie the record for Fort Myers.
All right, Trenton, let's take our viewers outside. This site looking a lot better than it was, I would say, about a half hour ago. I-75 near Bayshore Road. We did have a crash that had 2 lanes blocked off. Not the case anymore. Traffic moving much more fluidly. However, you can see we still have a bit of a crash site there. We have some people on scene, so you do want to be driving cautiously through that area. Also, Bayshore Road, kind of just a big mess right now. So you can see right here, we have a crash. This is Samville Road and Bayshore Road eastbound. So going to I-75, there's a partial roadblock. However, I-75 southbound, due to that crash that we just showed you, looking a lot better. Here's a new crash for you, not too far from there. This one is at Buckingham Road and Abrams Boulevard. No word if there is a roadblock. I'm working to get more details on that one. Still seeing some slowdowns here, though. I-75 southbound, we had a crash right after Corkscrew Road. Those backups starting at Bonita Beach and reaching all the way to Corkscrew. That's your morning traffic.
Lauren, thank you. Important story here. This morning, a local conservation group is working to better understand the impacts of red tide on our wildlife, and specifically sea turtles.
Jessica Alpern has been speaking with the group to learn more about its research, and she is live now from the island. Jessica, what can you tell us?
That's right, you guys. So we have been checking in on that new forecasting tool we've been telling you about that does deliver real-time results for red tide. And we have still been seeing some red tide present on the beaches here on Sanibel Island. In fact, I want to go ahead and show you. We can see at least one dead fish out here live where we are. So what we have done is brought in some of the experts from Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation. We want to talk to them about some of the important red tide research they're actually doing to help learn more about how it's impacting impacting sea turtles. Now, this research starts with sea turtles that actually sadly end up washed ashore, stranded on some of the Sanibel and Captiva beaches. So can you speak to the type of research that's being done there, Jack?
Sure. In response to kind of the red tide that we saw last year, which was a mass die-off of sea turtles, kind of the largest ever attributed to a single red tide event, we wanted to do our best to be able to quantify and attribute red tide and brevetoxicosis to those sea turtle mortality events. So in stranded turtles that washed ashore dead, we were taking tissue samples and also looking at the gut contents to kind of be able to quantify the level of brevetoxins in those stranded sea turtles. So we could see at what levels those existed and whether we might be able to attribute their death potentially to red tide.
Right, so sea turtle season may be wrapping up today, but this is one of those research projects that's still going to be just picking up so we can continue to learn more. And what you guys are actually doing is not only conducting research on the sea turtles that wind up being stranded, but Andrew, you were telling me you're also looking into the sea turtles during the nesting process.
Yes, so building off of our 3-year tagging project, we've also been taking blood samples this year and looking at maternal health values and also trying to decipher the maternal transfer of these toxins to the hatchlings and eggs. So we've been taking samples and monitoring these nests as well.
So again, this is just one of the many research projects that these guys have worked on throughout sea turtle season. Coming up in our next half hour at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, what we're actually going to do is take a look at sea turtle season as a whole and some of the record-breaking results we saw here on the islands. For now, I'm live on Sanibel. Jessica Alpern, Fox 4 in your corner.